Morning, good morning. Good morning, Tim. I guess I better hit play. As many of you already know, don't have the sawmill anymore. It's 5 from, but I just wasn't working out for me. It was too complicated in this project for the time frame that I'm in. Anyway, I gotta continue moving on to do things later. And I just thought I'd bring you along with the journey and together a morning discussion. In the 40s there, huh? It's just, I slept up in this morning almost like a six. Anyway, there is going to be another version. The audio will be better of this video here. I'm going to upload it just straight up as a video. I tried uploading this into StreamYard to play it as a video right inside of StreamYard. I did that yesterday and only found out that I can only upload 20-minute videos. No, nothing longer than 20 minutes. So this wasn't going to work out for me on that part. Forty-ish. Yeah, it's getting chilly there. Nice fall weather, perfect cotton weather. Yeah, we're usually getting hot weather. Man, I was like, man, I could just get up and grab myself some Mountain Dew. Oh, he doesn't drink Mountain Dew anymore. Yeah, but, you know. So, sounds like fun. Painting and carrying a wood frame window. There's that. The camera, you might. My lady told me about a little lumber ceiling that could fall this part. Okay. Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah, cheers. This is going to be a very peaceful live stream, Jim. It is so bad I'm looking at this place. When those big old cedar logs moved up against that fence. That fence, the neighbors have a bunch of cows. Now the neighbor property, this gal has like 80 or 100 acres. The neighbor piece of property is 5,000 acres, and they have a bunch of cows on it. But the cows like to break through that fence to come onto our property, and well, first of all, those logs up there to kind of shore that fence up. You actually end up doing some tree removal and cutting logs and stuff. But the first part of the video, I'm just finishing up a little bit of cleanup, trying to open up some space out where that mill was. This is out in front of the mill. Just finishing up a little bit of cleanup. I still got a little bit more to do there, but there's some other stuff that she wanted to get done before she had to finish it. Where's breakfast? It's still in the stove. All right, in the cupboard, in the refrigerator. I haven't done breakfast yet. Going in and keeping it real trucky. Yeah, I just wanted to clean this all off, and then if I get this kind of cleaned up some here, then back behind where the tractor is right now, there's a snag around the corner there. Take down. Then behind me, where it's sitting right now, is a couple of blowdowns I cleaned on up. And then off to our left, there's probably about 10 snags in there that I got to get in still to get those down. And it's pleasant working in there doing this. When it's not so muddy, when it gets muddy, then I gotta. Old railroad ties, mainly rock. By the way, nothing exciting in here happens in this video. And a couple times I took the steel saw or the chainsaw, and I had to rescue it with the tractor to lift the log up to uncinch the chain. I did when I was cutting out a bunch of limbs. I ended up underneath the tractor. I just pulled one of the starter wires, so you popped right off. I think it was the one for all the safety switches. You want to cut it down. It was real easy. Yeah. Oh wow! I was right for you to turn near the Great Lakes. No, we don't get much snow here where I'm at. Now this is a little higher elevation where I'm at right now. This isn't my property. This is a gal that I know that has 80 acres up there, and I'm clearing. I'm going to be clearing out her fire trails and brush hogging down all of her blackberries and stuff. But this is probably elevation 1,500, and I'm down about elevation of 1,000, just under 1,000. But we don't get that kind of snow here out in Western Oregon. We might get that much rain, but generally we don't get a whole lot of snow out here. Put it this way, I don't recall ever having to shovel snow here. Although I wouldn't mind it if we had to shovel snow for 2 or 3 weeks, but then I'd be done. I wouldn't want any more. It'd be nice if it started snowing here a week before Christmas, and then snowed all the way through the new year, and then it'd all go away. I like the way you think, Tim. I can't stand watching Tammy shoveling snow, so I closed the curtains. There's one post on that shed right there that you can hardly see on the left where the sawmill was in. That I do got to replace that too. Probably next time I'm up there. Not good. I'm going to use it for a post. And what we're going to use that shed for now is all the logs that I put together. We're going to cut them up in the firewood and stack them up and that, and then go down there and pick up next time and haul it on out of there. Morning, Grandpa Paul. Be careful, the grizzly's back. Yeah, we get that tag right there. The blackberries about 3 or 4 feet off the ground around there, so I had to spin in there with the tractor to kind of knock the blackberries down so I could get through the trees here. The government camp, yeah, that is nice camp. Timber in there. That's nothing camp. Yeah, see, I wanted to defall that tree right straight towards where I'm at right there, but it was too tall and it was going to hit that fence. So I had to fall it away in a direction that I didn't really want to fall it, but it still went right where I said it to. I had to fall it. I fell it along that timber line that you're looking at there, right along the edge there. I wanted to fall it away from it. One in junkyard. She's a lot bigger than I am. Yeah, you're looking. That one right behind me. That's just a stump. That's not even a tree. That sucker's like 6 feet. More moose. Need an electric chainsaw. I don't think so. I don't think. You know, if I was running my 6-wheeler a lot, it might be kind of nice to have electric chainsaw in the 6-wheeler all the time. You know, for keeping the trail clean. But I would not want electric chainsaw for that. Yeah, I'd like to see him. That big one there, he could beat up on maybe. This one, the snag that I'm cutting down right now, I'd like to see him beat up on it. Yeah, I'm on that toothpick. That other one's rotten. There's two more trees. There's a leaner that's leaning on into a nice sized tree. Yeah, and she told me to go ahead and take both those two on out. So we'll be doing that pretty soon. It'd be hard to fuel it up when you're off the grid. Yeah. Those electric chainsaws, you can only get them with like an 18-inch bar, and I don't run a bar less than 24. You know, to run electric chainsaw. I mean, this is the saws that I use aren't very big to begin with. They're no 2.9. They're pretty small, but they will run a 25-inch bar. And I don't want a chainsaw that has a shorter bar than that. I mean, you got to bend over too much with the shorter bars. Down she goes. Woke up to 40 degrees this morning. And now you wake up to 40 degrees and you say it's amazing. Tim wakes up to 40 degrees and and he was complaining. Yeah, I didn't yell timber. I don't yell timber, junkyard. If I feel like I need to yell something, I yell downhill, run or bleed. And when you hear me yell downhill, run or bleed, you better make sure you're out of the way because it's coming down fast. So there was a nice feeling now, huh? 44 where junkyard's at, Oklahoma. A little bit further on this side. Get to see what I'm cutting on. Yeah, we've just been having fires in the morning, but we've been letting them go out during the daytime. I got my big overalls on. One of these days, I want to get something like an 044 chainsaw, and then I want to run like a 32-inch bar. So you see, I still have to keep in it. I get, we'll run a 30-inch bar. 28 to 30-inch bar would be perfect. Logs on out. I only cut them like 8 to 10 feet long. So it would be easy work for the tractor. I will be doing that. I will be. I want to put a part 2 of this here Wednesday morning in the live stream here. But I'm probably going to put the full video. I'm going to upload it as a full video. It's almost 3 hours long. And I will upload it straight as the video. Yeah, sometimes I do overload that tractor. Definitely, it was more than it was intended to. I'll be right back. I gotta check my coffee and see if it's ready. Mama's milk. Yeah, I did have one roll back and dang near get me one time. And those are some cool kerosene stoves you get there, Tim. Yeah, this is definitely a Kubota ad. It startled me. I tell you what, it scared the you know what out of me. Could have ended a whole lot worse than it did.
Well, let's see which one we want to take next.
You know, then I went was showing all the things that I was going to take down, but
She
I
right there in
decided
front of
not
us.
to
We got
show
a
too many
meter
of these.
up against it. Right here. Let's see, where's my finger at? Okay, right here. I'm just hiding the
I
heat
can
leaner.
turn both those trees out.
And you go on up, and there's a lot of dead limbs on it, but it's not completely dead yet. But this bigger tree has
Oh,
some
you
dead
wait.
limbs on it too. I think I want to leave that one alone till I talk to her and see what she wants to do about that. I'd rather take them both on out. I think that bigger wants to die in too, but that's a decision for her.
Yeah. There's a feed. Well, out. These are some old skid roads and stuff down through here. Life doesn't begin till coffee. Amen. And I'm not sure what's going on in those countries over there. It's not some too nice of what Hamas did. There's two of these are the white birds that I'm cleaning up now. There's two white birds that got me over. He's got me over in the early spring. There's plenty of good wood there. The white fur isn't very structural. It doesn't have a lot of pleasant looks. I mean, I could probably cut it into siding, but
I knew that chain was loose, but my bar wrench is up at the truck, up on top of the hill. So that's going to be it for today.
yep.
Yeah. Broke the
This is the next morning.
today and the trailer.
The chain was a little bit loose, and I threw the chain. So that ended.
We'll go ahead and put the chain back on the bar. Touch up the chain.
That white fur privilege. I mean, if I was to take them, about the only thing I could use them for is cut them into one by, for siding. I might use it for siding, but it's not even good for that. Refresh, huh? I've been having some problems with YouTube myself recently, Tim, and I don't know if it's YouTube or what, or if it's my phone.
Get it to go back on that sprocket back up in there without having to take this thing off.
The wintertime trees. White fur racist. Cut them all down then. Earth first. We'll log Mars later. Yeah, it is really beautiful out there, Moose. I mean, it's so quiet and peaceful. It's about it's about 5 miles down that canyon down to get to Highway 20, the Sandium Highway. It's about 5 miles down logging road to get you, basically a logging road that I had to come up and get up here. So it's so surreal and peaceful out there. And the gal that owns it, she's a real sweetheart. She's a really cool old lady.
Well, ain't they sharp?
You know, that's what everybody says that it reminds them of. Well, a lot of people say that it reminds them of the Ozarks here. Walk 5 miles to go 2 miles. Yep, and it is. You can't really tell how steep and rugged this country is from this backdrop that you're looking at right now, but it is super steep country. One thing when I'm hunting, when I would go out and really pound the brush and hunt, one thing that we really had to watch for is when you're hunting your way through, as thick as the brush gets, if you have to fight your way through a patch of brush that you can't hunt your way around, you have to go through it. You really had to watch on out because I mean you could take one step out of that brush and be stepping off a rock bluff that drops 50, 60 feet. So you had to be really you got to be careful out in this country. This remind me I got to get down and get some new files. These files are getting a little bit worn. He jumped off an 80-foot rock cliff in a single bound. Oh, you're saying you want to go inside? Are you ready to go in? The heater with the short hair, when it's cold on out, she loves being outside, but when it's cold out, she goes outside for a bit and she's ready to go in and crawl in her back in her bed to get warm again. When it warms up a little bit, then I can't hardly keep her inside. You know, the chainsaw wasn't that dull. I should have been able to hit it like with 2 strokes to sharpen it. It was really easy, but this file is kind of worn, and I'd have to work the file a little bit harder than I'd like to. What was that song that Sam used to play? Wasn't it? His name was Sam, wasn't it? No, Tim knows who I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure. Sam Wise. Sam Wise Goji used to play that song. I always play that song, Stroking.
I'm gonna have to get some new files when I go to town next time. File is pretty big, but it's what I got.
I heard that he cleaned himself up, got custody of his kid, and he got off of YouTube to concentrate on raising his kid, is what I heard. And for a while there, from what I understand, he did have a drug problem, and he got off all of that. He got custody of his son.
Doing a whole lot of good. Doing a little bit of good, but not a whole lot.
And wanted to get away from the nonsense of YouTube and concentrate on raising his boy. Yep. I'm pretty good at
Grab the
keeping
oil over
the
here,
angle
cap,
of the
fuel
shoot
it up,
right.
and we'll give it a try.
On sharpening them, so I very rarely put them on my chainsaw grinder anymore, the sharpener. Because when I'm filing it, I'm pretty close with it. The one thing that I have to watch
Didn't even
myself
have
from
him.
doing, I like to over file the rakers on here on them. Now I want to go ahead and point this one out to you guys. I don't. Some of you guys aren't aware of this, but when you sharpen your chainsaw, those rakers that are in between the teeth, um, need to take a flat file and give those one or two swipes. About every third or fourth time that you use a chainsaw, give it one or two swipes. Because some people think, oh, well, I mean, my chainsaw is not sharp. It's not cutting. What's happening is as you sharpen the teeth, the profile of the tooth gets lower and lower and lower, meaning the rakers are stopping the teeth from cutting into the wood. Your chainsaw should be plenty sharp without filing those rakers down. It just can't get to the wood to cut it. Yeah, you wouldn't want to cover by chains in junkyard because cutting junk will destroy that chain real quickly. Cutting clean wood, it does really good and will last a long time. But as soon as you start cutting some junk, you'll ruin the piece and blow a whole bunch of money that way. And the rakers, they don't take out too much of the rakers. Don't file down too much because man, it will bog your saw down. But if your saw doesn't have the power to handle it will bog the saw down. I'll try to cut way too much. Yeah, you would. I mean, You would destroy a carbide a chain. It wouldn't be any good for it, junkyard. Trust me on that. Notice if you're still here, this is where just like what I was talking about, some of the stuff here is if I had it in 4,000, recorded in 4,000, I could actually zoom in closer. You guys could see better and not lose too bad of quality. And still probably be able to relate 1080. And when I get to run on the tractor, you'll see more what I mean on these shots. I set the camera a little further on these shots. Look at that gut on that guy. He's getting fat. Like Tigger getting to yonder. Oh, he's stuck here pretty quick. I'm gonna push the blade. After rescuing myself with the tractor. Wasn't that one. And I don't think it's the next one. I think it's the one after that. Well, maybe not this one either. I think it's the next one. I thought those big gigantic spiders that you had were your mortal enemy there, Moose. By the way, Moose, I found out I can't upload onto StreamYard anything longer than 2 hours or 20, any longer than 20 minutes to record and to use. I would say on this video, I got maybe with that first snag at least. Junkyard, we have scorpions here too, but our scorpions are a dark brown in color, and they're not very poisonous. Every year here on right on my place, I find 2 or 3 scorpions every year. You know, not near as many that you guys could get down there. They're nowhere near as poisonous here either. They're kind of like a bee sting there. Yep, it saved me from. I pinched the chainsaw on that log. I had to rescue myself. I ended up trying to push later on. I think it's in the next video that I'll show Wednesday. I tried to push those stumps on up to get them standing back upright, but what happened when those trees got blown over? They landed on a previous stump so it kicked the bottom of the stump on out of the hole somewhat, so they wouldn't step back down. Set the chainsaw down out of the way so I don't hit it with the tractor.
Get some of this cleaned on up.
Are they still fighting over there?
Take it right through
I don't know what they hope to accomplish over there in Israel. Israel's accomplishing something. Yeah, yeah. I like the size of this tractor, but I sure wish those front tires on this thing were bigger. The next size up on the DX series is the 1800 and next size up is the 2200. And their front tires are bigger. The back tires are about the same size. But their front tires are bigger. I should have got the 2300. Yep, I don't doubt that a bit, Grandpa Paul. Well, is that it? Let me go take a look inside. We might be all the way through. Yep, that was the end of part one. So, part two will be Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday evening is when I'm going to show. I'm going to live stream the part two, and I'll have the. I don't know when I'll get the whole video uploaded. I think I'm just going to upload it as one big long video instead of two part. But we'll play that by ear. Or I might make it 3 45-minute long videos. I don't know. We'll see. Put some diesel in it. You know, it's pretty cool that this little tractor does not eat through the fuel bad. It gets good. It only holds 5 gallons. Just a second, I gotta get one more cup of coffee. It only holds 5 gallons, but it lasts a long time. It's supposed to be raining up there this week. It's supposed to be nice today and tomorrow. But then it's supposed to start raining. So I won't be shooting any more video up there until maybe next week. Hopefully next week will be nice enough weather to dry up a little bit. I don't want to be running the tractor up there and tearing up, making a big mud holes and stuff like that. So I'm doing things when it's kind of nicer weather, so I don't tear up the land for her. It's cheaper to feed than the stove. Yeah. Oh, than Steve. Yeah. I tell you what, though, these little Kubota BX tractors, they're as tough as nails. They're really tough, and they can be. I mean, you get the riding lawnmower attachment where the under belly mower. if you get the BX 2300, you can get a little backhoe on the back of it. And it does a lot more work. Yeah. That's without saying. I know John Deere makes a good tractor too, but I don't know much about the John Deeres. I do know that to be comparable, it would have cost like the John Deere setup would have been to be comparable to this would have cost about $2,000 more. So this was actually cheaper than John Deere. Yeah, you'll want if you want a backhoe, you'll want a you'll want at least a 310. You'll want something a lot bigger. You know, because with the backhoe, you have a lot further outreach, so that's going to put your lift. You're lifting from further of center of gravity on out, which means it's going to take a lot bigger tractor. This thing here, this tractor, I've almost rolled it. I don't know how many times I've come so close to rolling it because I am lifting way too much weight. And if it was a backhoe that I was lifting it, I would have rolled it with the bucket. Well, it starts rolling sideways. The log catches and keeps me from rolling on over, but it wouldn't be that way with a backhoe. I really think that a tractor with the front bucket, if you can get forks on it, I think it works better for lifting and moving logs around than a backhoe. Sell it and retire. Yeah, I know. No, they're too much fun, these little toys like this. I just wish I had gotten a little bit bigger tractor is all. And yeah, the back of the rich, yeah, for picking logs up on the other side of the pile that you want to grab or something. Yeah, it'd definitely be beneficial. So when you get one, are you going to get one with a thumb, or are you just going to do it with a chain? Backhoe would be handy with a platform on the bucket. Split and throw it on a swing it around and make the pile. Yeah, it definitely adds to the ability to grab. They make a, I guess, sign with Sandy was showing the thumb that he put on his excavator.
He's a mini excavator. His thumb, it's not a hydraulic thumb. It's a fixed thumb that's just there so the bucket can clamp up against it, and it works okay. But I don't see where that'd be real helpful. You get a JBC. Well, the other thing that I don't like about, I would, if I have room to work, I mean, this is something you'd have to think about, Grandpa Paul. But if you have room to work the logs, if there's logs further in the back, depending on how big your log stack is, um, it might be, when you're craning around or you're having to move from the front seat to the back seat, on a regular backhoe, you got to move front and backwards and spin it. It really slows things on down. So the rare times that it is a convenience, maybe, I'm thinking it's still, most of the time, it's a lot better to work from the front bucket because you would be able to move a lot of logs to get to that one with it if you had a front bucket with forks on the front. But you got to have a room to move the logs back and forth to a place like that. If you don't have the room, then yeah, it's a pain. That's one reason why I really don't like doing too much brush hog work, which I want to be doing quite a bit of brush hog work out of her place with this mowing down. She's got somebody coming on out spraying the blackberries right now, and after they're sprayed and killed, then she wants me to go through there and mow everything on down. But the reason why I don't like running the brush hog is I'm always craning my neck. That's what I do too, Paul. I get a lot of my logs from it's a 30 or a 40 yard dump truck load that they load up with the logs and they bring it on out. And I grab I sort the pile after they dump it. I just hop on the tractor and I start playing toothpicks with it with a tractor, picking up the logs and sort the logs. I mean, I sort them. The longer straight logs I set aside for my sawmill, and the curved ones or the short ones I set them in another pile for firewood. How much do you pay for a load of logs like that, Paul? And is it a 30 yard load that you're getting, or a 40 yard, or is it just a 10 yard dump truck load? Oh, they pay you $20 per truckload to take it? Whoa, that's a hell of a deal. If they're paying you to dump the logs at your place, man, you can't go wrong with that. What type of logs are they? Man, one of these dump truck loads, they're about 4 cords of wood that I can get out of a dump truck load. Yeah, shoot, that would sell if I was to cut it and sell it. You know, it cost me about $300-400 to buy a 30-yard dump truck load, but I can sell it for close to 200 a cord. You don't take, they don't cut the logs short enough for the landfill to take. Morning, Robert. From cherry to pine. Oh man, sweet. That's a hell of a deal, Paul. So they're not long lengths. They're what, 4, 5, 6 footers? See, the logs that I get, the logs that they deliver here, they range from 10 inches in diameter to 2 feet in diameter, and they range from anywhere from 14 feet long down to 5 feet long. But it's all mostly Doug fir. We might get a piece of alder or a piece of maple in there from time to time. Yeah, that's a heck of a deal, Paul. Yeah, and and if they're the shorter logs like that, I mean 4 or 5 foot, yeah, just a backhoe would be great. Just pick them up and restack them off to the side. Is a crooked log longer like a crooked arrow, like a crooked row? I don't know, but they're a pain, junkyard. Yeah, at least in the Doug fir world, the fibers end up being tighter and stronger than one side than on the other, and both logs suck to mill. Anywhere from 6 foot to 20 foot. Oh wow. Yeah, that's something similar to what I'm getting, but I have to pay $300 or $400 a load. Of course, what I like about buying the loads like this here, I never have to worry about nails or hitting anything. I might hit a bullet in these trees, but never a nail, never a piece of wire fencing in these trees. They're clean logs. So they pay you $20 and man, pay you to take their firewood. That's a heck of a deal. Now, where are you in cold country, Paul? Because I tell you what, if you was in cold country, man, people would be buying that, snatching that wood on up. You could start a hell of a firewood business. You had one with a fence and the stump. So this isn't coming from timber farms or anything. It's not the coal logs from a timber farm. This is from an actual tree removal service. They come out there with their baskets and limb the trees down and chop them down around houses and stuff. Well, Tennessee gets some good winters. Okay, yeah, that's great for firewood. Yeah, and if a person has a metal detectors and looking for stuff in the sawmills, it's fine. But man, for that price, you can't beat it. I wish I could find some. The tree removal companies here that we have, I can get some from them because I know a few of them pretty close. And they'll give it to me if I come pick, but I have to go pick it up. They charge me if they want me to deliver, if they want to deliver it here, if I want them to deliver it. But most of the wood that they cut down, they haul off back to their shop. They cut it up into firewood and sell it. Well, that's like here. When it's 20 degrees, I'm freezing. We don't get the sub temperatures, but our coldest I think I've seen here is like maybe 5 or 6 degrees is the coldest I've ever seen it here. Usually during the winter we might have a week long stretch of maybe that it will drop down at nighttime to 15 degrees, 15 or 20. I get colder here than I ever did up in Fairbanks. The moisture in the air just makes it a lot colder here. You go Fairbanks, North Pole, 12 Mile Village, where I lived at actually. It was a dry cold. But anyway, I probably should end this live stream. I gotta get to cut some more firewood and try to finish stocking my woodshed up for the winter. So, gonna get myself some breakfast and get myself to work. We'll catch y'all later. Thanks for showing here. And Wednesday night, I will be going live on this channel again and showing the rest of this video on the Wednesday evening. And I'll probably continue doing my firewood cutting videos on my live streams on my other channel. So anyway, we'll catch y'all later. Bye, y'all.